Hi everybody, welcome to my kitchen and welcome to today. I'm really excited about today because we have been trying to change out the way we eat, our lifestyle. Number one, for health, and number two, just to make ourselves more comfortable. I've always suffered when I eat a lot of carbs, particularly breads and things like that. So I've been trying to change up my carbs or lower them anyway as to what I eat. So today, because my main flaw is I get to the 3 o'clock and I crave something sweet. I need the cake, I need the chocolate, and I know you're saying you don't need it, but I actually get to that stage. I'm not hungry, it's just a really bad habit I've got into. So I was really good for about 5 weeks, and then I got to the stage where I needed a treat. So I've come up with a couple of low carb treats. So they're pretty much guilt-free. They're high in fat, which is keto based. So the whole concept of keto is that your body learns to live off fat as an energy source as opposed to carbs. Now, I'm not a nutritionalist and I'm not a scientist or anything, but it has worked for us. So if you've tried other things and it hasn't worked, Google keto and just have a go at it. It's
something different. And hey to Alana, thank you for sharing as
hey.
well. Thank you for sharing in the comments.
So yeah, it's just, and let us know if you've tried something that's worked for you. I mean, everybody's different. Personally, it worked really well for our family. As a whole, we have 3 kids in total, 2 adults. And I was able to cook keto for most of the family and just up the carbs for the kids. So they would have pasta, etc., whereas we would tend to just have meat and salad or meat and vegetables, which worked really well. Now, my husband lost around 12 kilos. He's still losing weight. I lost around 6, which made me look gaunt.
Hi, Mel.
Hey, Mel. So I'm not in the losing weight stage. I'm trying to get fit and toned. But yeah, let us know if you've got any health goals for 2018, or whether you want to lose weight, whether you want to change, what you eat for your gut, more like me, for your skin, because I've noticed changing my diet when I do eat sugar and things like that, oh my gosh, my skin just explodes. So let us know, give us some feedback. So we're going to make 2 things today, and there's 2 common ingredients, I need to say. Coconut flour. Now I want to talk quickly about coconut flour. It is pretty much dried coconut ground into a flour. So it's the concept of desiccated coconut, and they keep milling it to make it into a flour. The beauty of it is it's very low carb and it absorbs all the ingredients around it. So you actually only need a little bit of it to substitute for flour, etc. It does have a coconut taste, so if you don't like coconut, these are not going to be for you. However, I love desiccated coconut. I can't eat it, sort of by the handful, but I love the flavor of coconut, so it's a really good product for me to use and for our family to use because we all like coconut.
We actually did a test the other day, which we will do at some point. We made coconut vodka,
yes,
which we talked about the other day.
We made coconut vodka when I made my cocktail last week.
Yes. Thanks for sharing, Sarah. Thank you very much.
It was really, really nice. Yeah. So anyway, obviously we've just been to Fiji as well for work, and we were able to just have all this coconut everything. Coconut vodka with coconut water in a coconut.
And Amanda, thank you for sharing. She wants to lose 10 kg by October and stay smoke-free. So those are 2 good goals.
Awesome.
Well done.
Well done. Yeah,
we're back. Yeah, we have faith, Amanda.
We've got you. Yeah. Well, Mel, honestly,
that was Amanda.
Sorry, Amanda. If you look at keto, if you've tried other diets and they haven't worked for you, the beauty of keto is you can have bacon and eggs for breakfast with tomato and spinach and mushrooms, and you cook with butter, and you don't have milk, but you can have cream in your coffee or butter in your coffee. I prefer cream, my husband prefers butter. So yeah, it's got some real, and you don't get hungry. You do go through that stage where they call it like the keto flu, where your body is actually learning. And for the first, probably the end of the 2nd week, I was a lot more bloated than I've ever been. That died within a day. And I Googled as to what it could be.
Thanks for your comment, Janet.
And Google said it's the enzymes which break down carbs dying, because my body was learning to live on fat. So yeah,
give it a go. We're not promoting a diet or anything like that.
This
is just
saying,
you can make your own decisions.
Yeah.
But we've got some recipes today which
that are going to support it.
Which are going to support that, yeah.
So the other thing is obviously with any diets, herbs and spices. They're brilliant. They can add flavour without the carbs and the sugar and the calorie content. So whatever you're doing, if you're trying to eat a little bit more healthy or add flavour without adding pre-cooked sauces, etc., herbs and spices are the way to go. So anyway, 2 things today. I am going to be making a lemon and cardamom
We'll
muffin.
Go back there. This is the lemon and cardamom muffin.
So it is really tasty, and that muffin's around 5 grams of carbs. I am using an artificial sweetener in that. I use xylitol. You can Google what's going to be best for you. Xylitol.
Probably what's easier to get.
Or what's easier to get.
Alana gets up at 4:30 every day to take a dog for a walk. That's brilliant.
Well done. I wish I could do that. I am not a morning person. I'm not really a night person either.
Or a mid-afternoon person.
I'm kind of like a 10 o'clock to 1 o'clock person.
Isabel's aiming for 10 kilos as well. It's a good goal.
Well
10
done.
kilos is
10
good.
kilos is a doable. It's an achievable goal.
Yep.
So if you haven't looked at keto before, give it a go. It worked for us. So
and thanks for sharing, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. The other thing which I love are bliss balls. Now, of course, with keto, you're trying to increase your fat content. So these are raspberry bliss balls. Now, raspberries are really good because they're very low in sugar. So if you're a diabetic or you're wanting to lose weight, raspberries are a really good fruit. Any berry fruit and kiwi fruit, passion fruit, but your berries are your top fruit to eat when you're trying to lose weight, because sugar turns into carbs. So the less sugar you have, the less carbs.
And the berries have a lot of flavour.
And berries have a lot of flavour. It's really just raspberries and coconut with a little bit of spice. So anyway, let's get cooking, because it's fun. I like cooking. I like inventing. I've been inventing in the kitchen for 3 hours now to get these recipes to come together for you. So anyway, let's start. Now, I'm going to be a little bit noisy and I need to find somewhere to put that bowl. So I have 110 grams of butter, softened. Now this is butter, just normal butter. I know butter is expensive, but butter is obviously a really good natural fat. I love using butter because it gives an element of flavour as well. So
and they say with keto, using grass-fed butter is the best. That's probably a marketing plan just to get people to spend more money on expensive butter. But you know,
I think when you're cooking, it's different. But yeah, if you're going to have butter in your coffee, obviously, grass-fed's good. Now, this is just a teaspoon of vanilla paste or vanilla extract or whatever you like to use, vanilla beans, whatever you like to use. From the point of view of vanilla. And this is my xylitol. From memory, the recipe as per will be in the post. I think it's 1/4 cup. So I want to chuck that in. Now I need to cream that together. So sorry guys, I'm just going to be a bit noisy. If you've got any comments, just let us know and we can try and answer those for you.
So it's good to have these goals as you head towards 2018 and through 2018. Obviously, it's not about making dramatic lifestyle changes necessarily. In fact, sometimes that can be more difficult than anything. But if you can make some little changes along the way and take it from there, then it's a good thing. And we've been doing this keto thing since October last year. It's working out for us, but like we say. Yeah, well, so Erin's just said she's given up alcohol for 3 months. That's fantastic. Well, I don't know if it's fantastic, but it's a bloody good effort. 3 months is pretty good. I found personally that I just needed to change the type of alcohol we were drinking. So I was drinking a lot of sugar-based alcohols and then moved to vodka and then supplemented the vodka with coconut and suddenly you've got the perfect drink.
Okay, guys.
So you've done your thing.
I have whipped that and now I'm just going to add each egg at a time. There's 3 eggs.
So we're adding 3 eggs in process. So Kirsty's just doing the eggs as she goes. So 1 egg at a time rather. And what's the reason for adding 1 egg at a time?
If you add all 3, you're likely to get a hardcore separation.
Right.
So if you add it 1 at a time, it blends it better.
Yep. Good on you, Craig. So eating healthy foods and lots of fruit. Yeah, well, that's brilliant. And the cool thing about, I guess, the way that we've progressed now is that there are so many opportunities to learn how to cook healthy. You know, you don't have to get there. So Deborah's got a goal of losing 50 kilos.
Wow,
good on you, Deborah.
Well done.
You need to keep us up to date with that. That is a fantastic goal. We'll back you. We'll back you. So yeah, she's saying Deborah's cutting back on sweet things. So that's half the battle. I am not necessarily a big sugar person, but even I found it difficult to cut back on sweet. I actually started chewing gum, which the sugar-free chewing gum, which worked to basically sort of almost appetite suppress, and put a bit of sort of fake sugar in your body. I'm not very good at getting off diet drinks. Everyone says that you shouldn't have diet drinks if you're trying to lose weight, but I like them.
The theory of that is that it tricks your mind
into still craving sugar.
So if you can drink your 2 to 3 litres of water a day, then to be honest, one diet drink's not going to kill you. And if that's what you need to do to get yourself...
Yeah, we've all got to have some sort of vice.
Yeah, you do. Okay, so anyway, I've got that work. Now, I just want to show you, it has sort of curdled slightly. Don't panic. That's just because there's quite a high ratio of egg to butter. So that's normal, everybody.
Looks like eggs.
It looks like scrambled eggs.
It's not.
So, into this, we have 50 grams of coconut flour. Now, especially for a diet, you probably want to go to somewhere cheap and buy yourself some scales, because they are legendary from this point of view. Like, I could tell you that that's half a cup, but things change with humidity and the way it's been made and things like that. So grams are your friend when it comes to making recipes. Okay, we've got a teaspoon of baking powder. And the recipe is in the post as well. The recipe is in the post. Sorry, carry on. We've got a teaspoon of cardamom and half a teaspoon, and they're teaspoons, sorry. And a teaspoon of ginger I'm throwing in there. Now, I want to make it really obvious that if you hate cardamom, just use ginger. If you hate ginger, just use cardamom. Or use something else. Use mixed spice, use nutmeg, use something else that you like that's going to add that background flavour and just give you the depth of flavour that you're looking for. Alana had that separation happen the other day and thought it was bad, but... If you're cooking, yeah, you can make it happen. If you're wanting to, if you're whipping cream, it means you've over whipped it. So just keep whipping it until you get butter. Cycle background, yeah. Now this is called Guar Gum. It's really good to just help thicken, especially cakes. But it's really good in smoothies and things like that. So it just gives you that thickness that's similar to corn flour. There's only 1/4 teaspoon in this, so you could probably actually leave it out. Thanks for sharing, Heidi. If she wants to maintain a healthy weight. However, I've got it, so I'm going to throw it in there. And these are all available at the supermarket. There's nothing special about this stuff. You could go to a specialty shop. But supermarkets are so well stocked up with this sort of stuff that in the health section, obviously, they tend to have it. But yeah, you will find it. I know you will. I've got the zest of 1 lemon, and I just used. I didn't use anything fancy pants. I just used the zester on my grater for that because I quite like it chunky. Chunky. And I'm just going to sieve that. Now, I'm not going to get all the bits out, but the point is to get the lumps out best that you can, and to make sure there's no big bits. It's also a really good way to make sure there's no bugs in your flour or anything, which does happen. Little tip, if you're ever worried about bugs or you suffer from pantry moths, whenever you purchase anything like flour, corn flour, coconut flour, put it in the freezer for 24 hours and it will kill any eggs that may be in there. Nice. Do you like that? Now I'm just going to add my cream. I've got 1/4 cup of cream. So this is diet food in keto land. This is keto land diet food and fake sugar. I'm just wanting to mix that together. Now have a look at how much I've got. It doesn't look like that is going to make muffins. But don't panic, it does. because I tested it earlier just to make sure.
Did I look like I was panicking?
I was.
Oh.
No. I was earlier because I was like, how is that?
How is that going to make that?
Going to make that. So, you just want to mix it all together.
And it's not looking like it was separated before.
No.
Alicia's trying to drink more water and exercise daily.
Great.
Well done. It's the water thing I struggle with.
Yeah, although we put an ice machine and that helped.
That is helping, yep.
So, as you can see, look at that. It's come together to a nice stodge, which is what you need. Now, my good old school muffin tray and my Mrs. Rogers cases. I should get about 6, might get a bit more than 6. Now, this will blow up. It's not going to blow up. Actually, I'm going to use a spoon. This will rise about another third, so I want to fill the cases 2/3 full.
Alana's saying she struggled with drinking water. I just found I needed to have something on my desk, and then if I actually made the effort to fill up a 2-litre bottle and just have it sitting there, or a litre bottle,
then you can.
Then I was fine, but then I just get out of the habit of it. Just shocking, I know. Maybe that's my goal, because I'm doing the keto thing, so drink more water.
It's
There you go. I make a commitment to everyone watching. I will drink at least 2 litres of water a day.
Oh, nice.
Lots of loose stops. And these muffins are good because they are a treat. You don't necessarily have to make 64,000 of them and then smash them back, because you're going to have, how many grams of carbs do we work out?
They're about 5 grams.
Yeah, 5 grams of carbs. So keto, when you're starting off on keto, you want to be on around 20 grams of carbs a day, which does not sound like very much at all, and it is not. And like we were saying before, you get your energy from fats, good fats. This is a very good treat, but if you're starting off, it would be a quarter of your daily intake.
Well, essentially, you could have 4 if you needed 4.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you could.
But
day.
But yeah,
Alana, you don't. I mean, yeah, you're filling up a whole bottle, but you don't need to sit there and drink the whole bottle all at once. And in fact, sometimes it's easier, rather than having chilled water, just if you're walking by the tap, just grab a glass, have a glass of water. Because it's easier to drink room temperature water than it is to drink cold water. It goes down nicer. It's just a quick thing. So I'm going to try and make that a habit again.
Now I'm just going to do a quick bang. So.
Nothing better than a quick bang.
Nothing better than a quick bang. So if you wanted to add a little sprinkle to the top of that with anything, be it a cinnamon or a spice or a little bit more sugar, do. I found it didn't need it. It was sweet enough as it was. So we want to pop that in the preheated oven up to 175, around 170, 175 for 25 minutes.
Now Stephanie's going to eat healthier in 2018, so the whole household eats healthier. And that's a good thing. Generally it's
wrong with that.
Controlling the food intake.
Absolutely.
So that can make a massive impact on the family. Well done. Good luck with it, Steph.
Yeah, good luck. Now, yes, so this is, sorry, so this is the outcome. It is really yummy. It's quite light, as you can see. It would be really, really nice heated with cream poured all over it.
Butter on it.
And, lots of butter.
Lots of butter. So it's coconutty and lemony and cardamom-y.
It's really good.
And Rebecca's got to gain weight, so there's a good one. So gaining weight as well, doing that in a healthy way, so you're not just sitting back and smashing the macas.
Yeah.
But that's good. Good on you, Rebecca. Good luck with that.
Okay.
Next.
Oh, I just got to have some water. Sorry.
Well, that's all right. We're talking about water. You're allowed to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With the water, I find it's really good on a litre drink bottle to put marks. So by every hour you have to have drunk.
That's a good idea.
Down. So that's a good way to make sure that you're drinking enough, and then obviously if you haven't drunk enough, scull it to that point for that hour dot.
Yeah, good.
It's another point. Okay, so I am not fortunate enough to have a food processor at the moment, but I do have this little whizzy thing. So you either need a food processor or something that's going to make things come together.
So this is the next recipe.
So this is the next recipe.
This is the bliss balls.
This is the
fly thing
bliss balls. Oh, it's because I've got the fruit out.
Ah.
So I have got 2 tablespoons, which is around about 35 grams of cashews. You can use any nut that you really like, as long as it's that oily kind of nut. So cashews or pecans, walnuts. Sorry, my mic's
suffering a little bit there.
Suffering.
That's right.
Did I stand on a cord? Anyway, so sorry it's loud. Another reason why I don't go to the gym. Okay.
So Kushla's goal is to get off strong painkillers. That's good.
Oh, that would be tricky.
Well
done, Kusha. You can do it. Okay. So I don't want it really fine. I actually love chunky bits in my bliss balls. Doesn't everybody? So it's just, you could even buy texture. Just ground. Now I've got desiccated coconut here, which is the fine dried coconut. So on a pot, I think that's 50 grams from memory, and 40 grams of in there.
Oh, sorry everyone, we just lost the audio there for a little bit. We're back.
You're
so
right.
say that again.
So sorry, we've got 40 grams of coconut flour and 50 grams of desiccated coconut, because I just want a little bit of texture. I have got half a teaspoon of ground cardamom. Now, if you need a hand grinding your cardamom, I find an old coffee bean grinder is really good and really handy. Handy. So we just want to give that a quick mix. Not really, I mean, just because I just want to. Don't really need to mix it, I just am. Now, our berries, we also want to blend them. So obviously if you had a food processor, you could shove all of this in the food processor, but I'm showing you how you don't have to buy a food processor. You just need one of these little fandangled things, or a way of...
Is that a Tupperware one?
This is a Tupperware one. It's an old school Tupperware one.
They last for 1,000,000 years.
They do, and it always comes with a lifetime guarantee. So I just want to break them up. I don't want to lose too much of the consistency, but I just didn't want big chunks. Now these were frozen, so frozen berries aren't too expensive nowadays, not when you consider bliss balls are around about $2 each.
Yeah.
And this makes bite size 12 bliss balls, so I didn't think it was too bad at all. Now,
Well, you're right, because you go to the supermarket, they're packaged individually. You can pay anywhere up to $3.50 for a bliss ball.
Yeah.
Like one of the keto ones that are specialist.
Oh, exactly.
So we're saving you money.
We
Giving you
are.
treats and saving you money. And just a reminder, this is where we're heading. So please do, if you're joining us, let us know in the comments what your goals are. And like we always say, follow us on Instagram, follow us on YouTube as well. We've got the YouTube channel, which is live, and that's doing very well. Kusha says that's a cool little device. And Alana, yeah, you could use Smoothie Maker.
Absolutely,
that's what I use for doing my coffees in the morning as well. So I chuck a
bullet or something.
What they call a bullet coffee. So yeah. But what I do is get a shot of coffee and some butter and some coconut oil, and then hit that in the blender in the little smoothie maker, and then I've got my coffee in the morning.
Now, I've got quarter of a cup of coconut oil here. Now, if you had a blender, you would want to slowly drizzle it in as it's going, but I'm just going to chuck it in. And
just the coconut oil is temperature dependent, so a lot of the year it's actually just white and solid.
Yeah.
So you'd need to actually melt it. It doesn't take much to melt. You can basically roll the bottle or the jar in your hands. Or just chuck it under the hot tap, and that will melt it really, really quickly. And then it'll just re-solidify afterwards.
It's like a temperature, like a thermometer.
Yeah, well, it's getting colder when your coconut oil starts to solidify. So
this is a great consistency to get it to. My berries were still cold and slightly frozen, which means the oil has sort of not become frozen with it, but starting to solidify. If you don't get to this consistency, and I'll show you, because just in case it's not working for me. No, it is. If you don't get to the consistency where you can squeeze it in your hand and have keeps its shape, just pop it in the microwave for 10 to 20 seconds at a go, and that will just, it just means that your berries probably weren't defrosted enough, but we can't have them completely defrosted because then it kind of
melts,
mucks up. But yeah, don't stress. And then if it doesn't hold its shape at all, pop it in the fridge for 10 minutes and see if it does.
Now there's probably about $25 worth of bliss balls there. if you were to buy it at a shop.
So there we go. There's our bliss balls.
That was easy.
It's real easy. There's no reason for us to be paying sort of $3 a bliss ball. No. If you want to make them bigger or twice that size, you can. Each ball is around about, as I said, I'm not a nutritionist, around about 1 to 2 grams for that size.
Grams of carbs.
Grams of
when
carbs,
you're doing
sorry,
keto, that's what you count. You count the carbs.
So you count your grams of carbs. There's no sugar apart from the fruit sugar, and it is one of the lowest fruit sugars that you can get, hence raspberries.
And then when it dries off, it goes a little bit whiter.
Yeah, and when you stick it in the fridge,
it's going to solidify.
It goes a bit harder.
They do look delicious, don't they, Kushla? You're absolutely right.
But they're so easy.
So that's what they call loosely call a fat bomb, because it's got so much fat in it. And when you're on the keto thing, you need to get your fats up. If you don't have your fats up and you're just eating protein, then you're going backwards.
Yeah.
So having avocados, you don't get into ketosis. Having avocados, having coconut oil, and those sorts of fats are good for you.
Yeah.
They're good for you.
Yep, creams, butters, cheese.
All that sort
they're
of
really
stuff.
good.
Yeah.
So it's something that's worked for us. So give it a go. But this is, even if you're not dieting, this is a really good thing because you've got your protein from your nuts, you've got your fructose and energy from the sugar, and you've got a few carbs from the coconut. But it's just, it would be like, I think even kids would eat that if they like raspberries. It just becomes a nice treat, and you can keep these in the fridge up to a good month. And as you need it, just eat them over the month, but they don't need to be stored in fridge, so you could pack a couple for morning tea if you wanted to. So just have fun with it. Dieting doesn't need to be scary, and you don't need to be starving. That is not the point of dieting. That's called starving or malnutrition.
Then again, starving yourself isn't that a thing to do? Yeah.
Well, it does force you into ketosis a lot quicker if you're having trouble getting there.
They call it intermittent fasting.
They do.
That's the thing. Like all of these suggestions that we're making, they need to be suitable for you, for your lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, for how you want to live.
And go to your doctor. Do like a full count, full blood test before you start anything.
I had my cholesterol tested before I started, and it's been fine.
Yep.
So,
you know, make sure that there's no other reason for putting on weight, thyroid and things like that, because we can be living with that and not even know.
No.
Just guys, it's 2018 is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing for you and me and Mrs. Rogers, and let's get cooking, because I really believe that we eat out too much and we eat prepared food too much. If we cook, then we know what's in it, we know what we're eating. So let's get back to the homegrown truths. Let's use herbs and spices, because they are everybody's friend, unless you have like an allergy to spices, which I guess could be very possible. But yeah, let's have fun with it. Let's make and create. And
thanks for your comments. Thanks, Karen, for commenting. And I think Kushla sent something through there about the kids eating all the balls well within the month that he could sit there.
That's good. So, guys, also let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to do. If you like the idea of bliss balls, I can come up with a few other options. Which actually might be quite exciting. We've got Valentine's Day next week as well. This would be something that you can make and give as a gift for, your girlfriends or your boyfriends or your kids, because they're pink as well. It's really, really, really cute. And you could actually mold them. If you had some little heart shaped. Hang on.
Oh, hold the line.
Hang on, I'm excited.
Wait a minute.
I haven't got a heart, but I've got a star.
Let's have a go at this.
Let's see. There's no reason, because it's a moldable thing. I should have put something underneath it, but never mind.
A mess with it done now.
If you push that down, you could actually...
Test kitchen. Hashtag test kitchen.
Hashtag test kitchen.
There you go.
So you could quite easily...
And that's going to set in the...
And that will set in the heart shape.
And in the fridge.
In the fridge.
You can push it. Oh, look at that.
Oh, am I going to get it out with
it's not going to crumble?
It might crumble, because I need to probably push it down a bit harder.
It's all right. That's just fun.
But yeah, guys, get that once again.
Just try stuff.
Try stuff and look. It's pretty there. I could have worked harder at that.
It's like a little starfish.
But
a little bliss star.
But
Nice.
your kids are probably more likely to eat it if it's like that as well, whereas a big ball is a bit, ugh. Oh guys, have fun. Oh my God, that is so nice.
Well done. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks
Don't
for
forget to,
watching.
we will be announcing
Comment,
all the
like, share.
watch YouTube, follow us on Instagram,
Yep.
all that kind of stuff. Send us messages to say hello and have a lovely, lovely weekend.
Yeah, have a great weekend.
And we're going to smash back these bliss balls. Well, actually, we're going to have one
I'm going to have one
or two
or
or
two.
three or four
We'll see.
or five. Good luck with your goals in 2018. See ya.